All right, so, the challenges or your backgrounds are, so Marino, immigrant, from Dominican Republic, didn't speak any English, single mother, so what was it, Wendell, both parents had passed, drug issues, and so grandparents raised you, Nicole, single father raised you, Justin, both parents in the household, London, you had a single mother, but coming into high school, low test scores and everything else. So you all are reflective of, a broad spectrum of the population. Do you think that the challenges that you all faced, coming up through high school are similar, different, or, how would you address that?
I think the similarities are all the same. We all go through the same stuff. It's not like we're human. All of us are human in a different planet. We all go through the same thing. Most of us come from the same city or lived in the same city. We all went to the same school. So I think for me, the similarities are all the same, especially with the things we go through. The thing that changes is your mindset. So the only thing that's not constant is your mindset. So if you either decide whether you're going to take that pain and do something with it or whatnot. So another thing I noticed is for us, we probably didn't have as much resources like you guys have. Certifications you can get in school. You guys have a lot more technology than we did when we were here. But also that can hinder you because once you have it, you might just take it for granted. Because the minute you have it, you're just like, I don't need it. I mean, I can speak for myself. And I lived in Maryland for about 15, 16 years now, and I've never ever been to DC because I know it's right there. It's just like I can go any day, so why go? So things like that is, I think if your mindset doesn't change and you start taking advantage of the things that you do have, you won't regret it later on. So for me, I think the similarities are the same, but the mindset is the only thing that probably changed.
I think for me is figuring out what's your motivation. I think we all go through struggles, and there's all different severities of the struggle that you deal with, but what's your motivation? What's driving you to be different or to overcome the circumstance that you're in? I think for the most part, like I said, I think we all kind of go through the same thing, but I think you have to find something and hold on to it, find a support system. I'm sorry. Tiny Sado.
Yeah, I'm saying,
All right.
find a
So-
support system, good.
So I think find a support system. Sometimes that for me, luckily I had my grandparents that decided to take me in, though my parents were on drugs. Some people don't have that opportunity. Some people still have to live there with their parents, seeing their parents do drugs. And so for me, had my grandparents as a support system, that won't necessarily work for them, but they still need to find something to hold on to. Either they're gonna decide that, okay, I wanna be like my parents, or I wanna be different from my parents. And then from there, you have to decide how to be different, we all have the opportunity of choice. We all have the power to decide who and who we want to be. And I think there's two routes honestly in this world. You can either decide to be in the street, or you can decide to go what I call the political correct route, which is corporate America. That's all. I think there's obvious benefits or pitfalls to both sides, right? Some people don't like working 9 to 5. I think you can be an entrepreneur and do something different, right? But then, some people like the drug because you get the fast money, you get that instant gratification, you get to be popular, you get to do what you need to, and kind of some people think this is the slow route, going the corporate way, but at least I don't have to worry about police knocking down my door or, the next guy trying to kill me because I'm stepping on their territory and things like that. I think you have to really just, one, evaluate who you want to be, find your source of motivation, and 3, find a support system. People that's going to help you do the right thing and keep you out of the streets.
So a difference that I noticed between the current population of high school kids and myself and my peers is accountability and expectations. We don't really hold children accountable. Yes, you are children, but you have to understand that you're going to be an adult longer than that you're a child, and I don't think that's being taught to our youth. My dad was a single parent by force. It was a situation where he was like, no, I don't want to be raising this little girl, but do I want her to have this horrible life with a drug addicted mom? No. So he stepped up to the plate. And by stepping up to the plate, he put a roof over my head. I had clean clothes. Sometimes there was food. Sometimes there was $5. Walk to the store and figure it out. I did my own laundry. I did my own homework. I actually stole my dad's W-2s to apply for financial aid. So I made myself accountable for my future, and there was expectations. My dad worked. I mean, he worked religiously. I even found out about Digital Harbor because my dad was working a side job here, actually taking the dirt and the concrete out of the building, and that's how I found out about the school. So my dad worked, so it was accountability. It wasn't like, you know, somebody saying, do your homework, do this, or him, you know, and he came up here and he had questions and things, but there was an accountability. There was a point where, like, look, I go to work, I take care of you, you are a child. Your responsibility is to go get an education and make the best out of this free education. And then expectations as far as our teachers, you know, I think that teachers get tired of dealing with the same thing every day, there's no change. So it's like they kind of let up on the kids. Whereas when I was at Digital Harbor, the orange shirts, like, you know, you not being in complete uniforms, the cell phones, your cell phone gets snatched. If you're not in uniform, you sit in the office, you buy a new one, you borrow somebody's dirty shirt and you wear it. There was just expectations and accountability. You were accountable for yourself. And I think it's here, you know, we have this mindset that everybody is, you know, it's a very liberal mindset, which is good in your youth. But, you know, as an adult, the whole liberal mindset, let's just be free and do what you want to do. And what you do doesn't affect others is very harmful for our youth. And I think that's kind of the difference between myself and my peers and, you know, the current population. There's just no accountability.
I'm sorry. Jesus. That's
You want me to stop this?
No. Well, stop and start that one.